So whether it's a water leak or a dripping faucet, something that you don't know about, or something when you're away from home that's going to cause damage, here's a way that might help you figure that out. Today I'm testing out the Frizzlife. This is a whole house monitoring system, the LP365, and I'm installing it and testing it out to see how well it will work to tell me exactly what's happening with my water and even shut it off if it needs to. Now, Frizzlife did send me this to test out, and as I show it to you, let's look at what's in the box. You get the main monitor, obviously, is in here, the valve that's going to hook up. It's got a nice set of instructions. It's all well packaged and comes with a nice box here. And then the contents are exactly what you expect. Now, the main system is a pretty heavy piece, and so it's going to plug in, so you'll need to consider that where you're installing it. It does come with its cord. You can buy a longer one if you need it. You could run an extension cord. This is not a high power system, but just needs some electricity to make it run. It also does have a backup battery in it, so it actually came on when I opened it here. But then you have to plug it in to keep it charged up and running. It does come with its own adapters, some Teflon tape. If you're installing it yourself, you'll probably need to buy a few other pieces to make it work. Now, installing it myself, my system is already set up with PEX. I have a pretty elaborate water system filter system and a water softener. So this needed to go in before that. Here is the look at the different adapters you may need. And then I went to the store and bought a few PEX fittings to make this work for me and my system. So as I planned it out, basically then I did some measuring and making sure that it's going to fit where it needed to go, and that's going to make some cuts and adapters and connect my new PEX tubing to this to put it into place. Of course, this is going before anything else in my system, so it's basically coming off of the main water valve coming in, and then I'm attaching it before any of the plumbing in my house so that it will detect any leaks, which is obviously its main purpose. So even as you can do most of this on the app, on the device you have several controls that you can do, and so you can go through some information here. So it's showing the current flow rate. You can see the current temperature there, and this is the gallons consumed today. So let's go to the valve, so I can shut off the valve by holding the button down for valve. I don't know if you can hear it closing. And then to reopen it, of course you can do this on the app as well. So you can turn protect on and off by holding down the protect, unprotect button there. And basically that's, is it operating or not? So if protect is on, then it has a setting in terms of what it will turn off in terms of water usage. And then right now I have it on protect 6. So I have a big family. We use a lot of water. People take showers and wash clothes all hours of the day. And so I want it to be set basically to allow a lot of water to come out. So here we have the settings. You can go through the settings and make adjustments. So there the flow rate is 0. You can also see here the battery is charged and it shows that it's plugged in. With a scope camera, I shot this video before I installed it of the valve opening. So kind of like something from a space movie, don't you think? Pretty cool. So in addition to what you see there on the device, you can also do a leak test through the app. And so for 5 minutes, it's going to run and detect. You're supposed to have everything off, and it will let you know if anything is leaking. So if there's any water movement in your house, then it's going to tell you. So I actually intended not to have anything running during mine, and then somebody came home and turned on a faucet, so it did tell me that I had a leak detected. This gives you a confidence in knowing that you don't have a water issue if you're away from home, or just to detect something little that you're not noticing. And my family travels a lot, and so one of the things I do worry about when we're away from home is what if something's leaking, or if a pipe has burst or something else. And so this is a great way to keep tabs on that, to be able, even you can open the app and see if any water's moving, or you can have it to automatically shut off things that need to be shut off. So every house's water use is going to be different. In my house, we have 7 people. We have 2 different washing machines, and lots of people taking showers all the time. And then we also are using water for other things. So sometimes we use a lot of water, and you can set this up so that it knows what kind of water use to expect. And when the water is outside of that boundary, then you'll get an alarm. So we're going to show a little test here of the alarm and how the system can detect water use that shouldn't be happening and automatically shut off your water. Okay, so we are basically going to show how it will shut off. I've got it set on the bare minimum here for water allowance. So we're going to turn on the biggest faucet, which is the tub, and see how it reacts. It should shut off automatically here. Alright, so the water, I've still got the water valve open here, but the water has stopped. So we're just getting a little bit of a trickle what's running in now, but the water's off, so I'm going to turn it off here for the noise. So the valve did what it's supposed to here. Now, you don't want it shutting off like that, obviously, when you're wanting to run your bath water or take a shower. So what you're going to do, the reason it did this is I had changed the settings for this test. And I brought them all the way down to the very minimum. And so once we got a few gallons for a few minutes, then it shut off. And that's its purpose. So obviously we're going to bump that way back up higher. And I'm also going to show you how to exclude a time when you need to, say, run your sprinkler outside, or for me, it's my water softener system. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. So in the settings, not only can you change what the amount of water it will allow is, so here's where I have it on mode 6 and set it at a very high rate. But I'm also going to exclude this time during the middle of the night once a week when my water softener system is going to run, just so it's not a problem. So I'm a DIY guy with an old house, so I installed this myself. I've actually installed pretty much every piece of supply line and drain line in my house now. So if you have done any supply line plumbing, I think you can figure out how to install this. They do recommend having a professional install it, and if you're not sure, that's probably the way to go. But it's pretty straightforward if you can put some valves together. Mine's a PEX system, and so I was able to install it and get it up and running pretty easily without any problems. I did have a little leak, ironically, the first time I put it in, so I had to go back and tighten a couple of things up, but all was good after that. So it took me, well, honestly, it took me 3 trips to the hardware store. And so I had to buy a few fittings to go with it and get it set up. But other than that, the installation was not complicated. It took me, let's say 3 hours total time to get the plumbing reconfigured. So if you like more details, I'm going to put a link in the description below. You can check it out and see if this is something that you might need for your home. So hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.